Click the bell, turn on all notifications, and subscribe for around-the-clock WWE news in real time. The home of the most consistent and dedicated breaking news in WWE, Seanzviewent, is here for you. Like, comment, and share today.
Welcome to the morning edition of Sean's View Entertainment. Even though we do it afternoon, nightly, we do it all over the day. That is why this is your hourly source for the hottest, the latest, the greatest, the newest, the most definitive, and the most defiant. Because as we know, if it weren't for you, there would be no Sean's View. He's so true to each and every one you remember, so important, so crucial to become a channel member today. Now we are just, well, several hours away before one of the most important Monday Night Raws of the year, ladies and gentlemen, because we are going to have just, after this, we're just going to have one more Monday Night Raw to go before WrestleMania 41. And tonight, the WWE is really going to have to shift it into a different gear to really get you interested, to get you invested, to get you pumped up, to get you amped up. The WWE is going to have to go from pillar to post to really get WrestleMania revved up because they don't have many more opportunities. Tonight, Monday Night Raw needs to go off with a bang. It needs to start off strong, and it needs to end even better with WrestleMania and one Raw left. That is crazy to think about. That is crazy to think about. We started the year off with the Royal Rumble, and now we're already at WrestleMania. That just goes to show you how quickly, how fast things move with this entire process. Now, before we get into all the important, intriguing rumors, news, and headlines, I want your thoughts, your comments. I want your review. I want your thoughts. I want your feelings. Whether you read the results, whether you got them online, or whether you watched the show it yourself. AEW Dynasty last night. Did you like it? What was the match of the night? What was the moment of the night? What was the shock of the night? Were you pleased with the show? Well, I'll tell you what, this morning, a lot of people aren't too pleased with the show. As we all saw the shock. We saw the unexpected end. We saw the return of two superstars that screwed over one Swerve Strickland. But that may not even be the biggest coming out of that. Because Swerve Strickland dropped an F-bomb on Booker T after his AEW Dynasty loss. You got to wonder, is this going to lead to a match? This is obviously leading to an issue. This is obviously leading to a vendetta between Swerve Strickland and the one Booker T. But that's not all, because there's a lot of controversy coming out of AEW, and I don't know if there's going to be controversy in a good way or controversy in a bad way. Remember to like, comment, interact. Tony Khan under fire as AEW Dynasty ends in fan outrage. Absolute outrage. Absolute mayhem. Everybody thought, and I'm telling you, everybody thought that Jon Moxley was going to lose the championship, that Jon Moxley was finally going to lose the AEW title after holding that championship under wraps, having it in a briefcase, not showcasing it, not putting it over his waist, not putting it over his shoulder. Tony Khan under fire, AEW getting a lot of criticism, AEW receiving a lot of backlash this one, especially when Swerve Strickland's family was at the arena. They were sitting ringside. They were there to watch something special. And I think that was just a way to throw people off. I think that was just a way to swerve people. Oh, Swerve's family's here. They're in attendance. They're watching it. They bought tickets. There's no doubt that Jon Moxley is going to lose the AEW World Championship tonight. It's going to happen. It's going to go down. We're going to finally see a new champion in AEW. And, you know, it begs the question, if it's not going to be Swerve Strickland, who is going to defeat Jon Moxley? Is it going to be somebody else? Is it going to be someone else unexpected? Is there going to be a rematch? who is deserving enough to take away the AEW, to wrestle the AEW title away from Jon Moxley, because he has a tight hold on that. He has a grip on that, unlike anything we have ever seen before. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Britt Baker reacts to Adam Cole's TNT title win at AEW Dynasty last night. Although they're not an item, although they are no longer together, Britt Baker still reacted to the championship title win of Adam Cole. And now that she has reacted, fans are already jumping to conclusions. Are they getting back together? Are they maybe, thinking about dating? Are they thinking it was simply the fact that they are friends? Also, with AEW Dynasty ending in controversy as the Young Bucks cost Swerve Strickland the AEW World Championship, maybe it'll mean that much more when he actually does win the title, if there is going to be a rematch. Kenny Omega survives a wild triple threat match to retain the International Championship. Adam Cole, as we all know, the new TNT champion. Also, Bandito strips Chris Jericho of the ROH gold after family exposes his dirty tactics at AEW Dynasty. The Owen Hart Foundation Tournament quarterfinals took the spotlight during AEW Dynasty. The AEW Women's title match ends in pinfall surprise as Toni Storm outsmarts Megan Bayne at Dynasty. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Adam Copeland destroyed by FTR. Adam Copeland written off AEW programming after a violent assault by FTR. Edge's neck was targeted with a pile driver on a steel chair, and then Edge received a concerto. Once again, Edge written off AEW television. Now, why did they do this? Why did they go in this direction? And I'm just going to refer to him as Edge. We don't like the whole Adam or Cope. We're going to refer to him as Edge because we all know him as Edge. The reason why this happened, the reason why Edge was written off AEW television, obviously to take another break because he's part-time, but also because he will be returning. He will be coming back together with Christian. Yes, Edge and Christian are going to get back together once again to battle FTR, because we all know that there's this little event coming up in Texas for AEW. Very sad news to report. Bad news on RVD, Rob Van Dam, Mr. PPV this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, according to those in the know, RVD suffered an injury during a surprise MLW return at Battle Riot, and Rob Van Dam is going to have to take an extended leave after suffering an injury at the hands of Matt Riddle. We're still trying to solve that riddle of Matt Riddle. MJF helps the Hurt Syndicate retain the tag team titles at AEW Dynasty last night. Raquel Rodriguez is still searching for answers amid ongoing health crisis. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Last minute surge actually made it good. This was a positive. Last minute surge forced arena expansion in Philadelphia for AEW Dynasty. It was packed. It was sold out. It was jam-packed to the rafters. CM Punk's status for Monday Night Raw tonight, the best in the world. It would appear as if CM Punk will be on Raw tonight with one more Raw to go before WrestleMania 41, the showcase of Immortals. But that's not all. If you've watched Netflix, WWE has added a lot more episodes of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. However, there is a lot of outrage. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of booing for Netflix because Netflix has edited out. Netflix has banned a lot of different moments during the Attitude Era. They have censored it. It is not uncensored. It is censored. We all thought when Monday Night Raw moved to Netflix, it would be uncut, it would be uncensored, it would be unglued, it would be presented to us as we remember during the Attitude Era, during the Ruthless Aggression Era. But instead, they're censoring Austin, giving the middle finger. Stone Cold Steve Austin's being censored all over Netflix over old episodes of Raw on the USA Network when Austin would curse, when he would give the bad language, the foul language, cursed it out, censored it out. It's almost like you're watching Saturday Morning Slam. Remember Saturday Morning Slam? Oh, yeah. That's one show you want to forget. That's one show you don't want to remember. Let me tell you that right now. So there's such rage, and there's a lot of speculation. Quite frankly, there's a lot of rumors. There's a lot of gossip online. The WWE is not too happy with all the censorship, censoring it all over the place. Because you got to understand, WWE is not rated G. WWE is not rated G, okay? It's rated TV PG, language, violence, dialogue. And for Netflix to go to the levels, for Netflix to go to the lengths to censor all this content, and you're not getting the true. You are not getting the true. And this is why, I'll tell you what, physical media, guys. Physical media. This is why I'm still glad that I own the DVDs. I'm still glad that I own the Blu-rays. I'm still glad that I, even have a lot of VHSs. Because at least it wasn't censored out. At least it was uncensored. So this begs the question, is WWE going to rethink going back to the USA Network, despite I know they signed a contract, they're in a 10-year deal. I get it, I understand it. I know. But maybe sometimes contracts were made to be broken. Contracts were made to be ended sooner than you imagine, because if it's not the way the WWE thought it was going to go, Raw returning to the USA Network would be the way to go. Because while Raw on USA did, censor some things, Netflix has taken this to a whole nother level, okay? I think we can all agree on that. Multiple matches and segments have been revealed for Monday Night Raw tonight. Planned AEW Dynasty title win has been in the works for months. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are receiving word early this morning that we are getting a first look at the heel, the dark version of John Cena ahead of his WWE title match at Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. John Cena, a first look at John Cena's Peacemaker Season 2. The Undertaker lashes out at boxing icon's son over in-ring jewelry. And as I'm looking through, it would appear as if an injured NXT star, Lucien Price, returns to in-ring action. But I think the big thing we're all waiting for, is for KO Kevin Owens to return to in-ring action, even though we heard the explosive report yesterday that Kevin Owens could be sidelined for some 2 to 5 years. Not 2 to 5 months, 2 to 5 years. You heard that right. You heard that correctly on the Brash and the Brazen, where we raise the bar by far, because if it weren't for you, there would be no Seanzviewent. We show through for each and every one of you. Subscribe, become a channel member, donate in the comment section with a super thanks donation. Plenty more to come. Stay locked on to this channel for the hottest, the latest, and the newest.